fellow carbon-based bipeds. I am Scott Rose, and you are watching Explosions and Stuff. Today, I'll be reviewing the 1998 movie The Ultimate Weapon, starring Hulk Hogan, Carl Moreau, Daniel Pilon, and Cindy Preston. But first, a word from our sponsors. An overview of the movie? After finding out that he's been hired by a gunrunner instead of the UN like he thought, mercenary Ben Hardball Cutter destroys the weapons he secured for them and retires from his profession. However, upon receiving this news, the gunrunner vows his revenge and sets out to take apart Cutter's family piece by piece until he has his revenge. It's an all-out war as Cutter uses all of his skills to protect himself, his fiancée, and the daughter who he'd never met. The pros of this movie? Well, first of all, they did a really good job at establishing this villain as a bad guy. You know, they didn't go the easy route and just say, he's a bad guy, he does bad things. No, they showed him doing bad things, and they let you come to that conclusion on your own that he's a bad guy, which is fantastic. He was cruel, he was heartless, he was threatening the lives of his own men without any really care in the world. It was fantastic. It's like, if you screw up again, I'll kill you, and death possibly. It was glorious and fantastic, and they did a really good job at just establishing this guy as a villain. Also, the kind of sidekick character of this movie, of the hero, his kind of like sidekick guy, he was easily my favorite character in the movie. He was this kind of smarmy smartass and just quick-witted and making smart-ass comments and being goofy and playful, and a lot of times it seemed like he wasn't taking things seriously, but you could rely on him and you could count on him in a pinch. It was fantastic. It was easily my favorite character in the movie, and he was easily the most entertaining character of this movie. The cons of this movie? Well, let's be honest, the acting in this movie was bad. When you have Hulk Hogan as your lead actor in a movie, the acting is going to be bad. It's going to be really, really bad. I mean, he has the emotional range of a potato. He has no emotion. He's like, I'm angry now. Now I'm happy. Urgh! I'm sad now. I understand your pain. I'm sorry I caused you pain. I will leave you alone. Hulk Hogan has no acting range whatsoever, and he was one of the better actors in this movie. You know the acting was crap then. Also, this movie's supposed to take place in the southeast United States, so like Georgia, Florida, Virginia, Mississippi, all that fun stuff. It was clearly filmed in Canada. I have no problem with Canada at all, or with filming movies in Canada. I'm just saying that it looked nothing like the place where it was supposed to happen, where it's the fictional location. It's supposed to be in this area, but it's very clearly not taking place there. There's no birch trees in the southeast United States, and yet they had birch trees all over the place in this movie. They don't have those in the South. I lived there for 20 years. They don't exist in that area. They can't thrive there. So just having those trees in there, it was clear that this movie wasn't taking place, or it wasn't filmed where it was supposed to. Also, a lot of these characters, a lot of the actors and stuff in this movie had very prominent Canadian accents. Again, nothing against the Canadian accent. It's just this movie was supposed to take place in a completely different area. Hundreds and hundreds of miles away from Canada. So having those really thick Canadian accents for a lot of the characters just didn't really work. And it really took me out of the movie. Also, the fight scenes in this movie were bad. I mean, a lot of it didn't come down to the choreography. A lot of it came to the fact that just the sound effects were really bad. And it just, without the hard-hitting, crunching sounds, it just felt, oh, they're barely touching each other, but they want to make it look like they're really hitting. They're trying to hit each other, but they're clearly not. And the sound had a lot to do with it. Really underwhelming thuds and hit sounds, and even at one point, the stunt double's face was clearly visible, so it was obvious that that was not Hulk Hogan doing that spinning weird kung fu kick thing. It was clearly a stunt double and not Hulk Hogan. The fight scenes in this movie were not good at all. My overall thoughts on the movie? This movie wasn't bad, but I've seen so many better ones, so I have to give it the Zangief. This could have been a much better movie. It just needed a bigger budget and more love put into it. Every single problem this movie had could have been solved with more money. If you're in the mood for a bad movie, The Ultimate Weapon would be a good choice. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please feel free to like it and subscribe to my channel for new action movie reviews posted every week and top 10 lists posted on the 10th of every month. Also, if you have any recommendations for things you would like me to cover in the future, please leave them in the comments below and follow us on Twitter at explosions_TV. Thank you and have a nice day.